Hey everyone, this is the Darling Dowser, and you're here because we're focusing on Love Lives Here, Earth Edition. And today is day 5, and Charlie Riverman is here with me, co-creative Dowser, and we're here to have some fun and deepen into really the alchemy of dowsing. So today, I'm going to take a look at this. I brought this, wanted to come with me here. The science of genius. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're a genius? How do you feel, Charlie? Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't say anything. Check this out, everyone. Come on, Charlie. Bring your face a little closer. Is there a slight resemblance happening here? Whoa. Well, as we're all becoming Earth alchemists, we're going to bring forth some genius. And today's genius is Charlie's going to bring forth, we're going to go into Charlie's workshop and see, I can't see anything really. It's getting dark. Better, oh, there we go. Wait, Charlie, I'm seeing, do you have a friend with you today?
I do. I do. This is my alchemist companion here. This is Rosie. She's just a beautiful rose quartz heart. The name is highly non-descriptive of the powers that she holds, but she's full of love, and she's part of my collection of crystal skulls, which equal to almost 100. I can't keep counting them because I lose track. Right. But they are part of my alchemy package, if you will.
I got a friend for Rosie. So a long time ago, Charlie told me, I really didn't have any relationship with skulls and didn't quite know even what to make of them. And Charlie told me one day, he said, when the skull is right for you, it will show up. And I remember just keeping my eyes open and walking into stores, and until one day I was in Australia, and what was really interesting, the night before, I had this dream. And in this dream, I was making my favorite green smoothie. I was upstairs in this house, and out of the walls came all these skeletons. And they were undressing, taking off their sort of sheep's clothing. And as they were coming out of the walls, and yes, I was a little bit fearful, up from the stairs comes this, sort of like Pirates of the Caribbean. The skeleton comes up, and he looks at me and bypasses me, and he says, this time we're going to fulfill our destiny. Time to fulfill it. And I woke up from that dream and was like, what? And the very next morning, I was going north from the southern beaches up towards Sydney, and a friend and I decided that we would stop off at a gem show. And, it was this tiny little gem show on this small street in this little town, and there was just a whole bunch of rocks. And I put my hand, I was just kind of looking for it, and all of a sudden I felt something. And this is what happened, and this is what came to me. And I realized it was the skeleton in my dream. And so here is my little friend in skull. Her name is Joy. And she really supported the pathway and portal of joy. We were talking about that in one of our other videos. And what's really interesting about her is she is an ancient ammonite, and you can see the rainbows that are still in that ammonite as the light shines on her. And she's a reminder of my calling and why we're actually here today, to really deepen into this alchemy of love through dowsing. So, Charlie, I know you have something to share with us all, and why don't you bring that forward? And I think I want to share one thing about that. So, Charlie's going to bring forth a beautiful expression of the tools that he's making for dowsing and the tools that he uses to create the activations for dowsing. There we go. Awesome.
Can we see that? Yeah. Okay. So if we can see that, that's what it is where I make my rods and how I make my rods. So this is part of the process that I was guided to do after, I think, in another version of this, I lost my rods on Mount Agamenticus. And shortly after that, I was guided to make rods. And so what you see before you with the skulls it's a Vesica Pisces formed from tensor rings, which we use in dowsing to create portals and to transmute energies, etc. And the crystals that have been selected for this are actually dowsed for. So when I go to make the rods, there's a sort of a crew that kind of shows up all the time. This is what I call my connection to the crystalline collective consciousness of 22, which is really a representation of 22 galaxies. So when we talk about alchemy, we think about just what we're doing here on Earth. And what I like to share with people is that alchemy comes through the universe and into this plane, and we tap into it. And part of dowsing is opening yourself up to receive those messages. And that's what my rods are designed to do. I don't advertise them as that, but when they're made in the sacred space, the sacred vortex. And above that, there's an angelic Merkaba that spins with crystals in it. And so each one of these crystalline beings send the energy not only of the crystalline structure that it is, but whatever they are representing in the greater galactic extremes, who choose to be here and be part of what we call co-creative evolution. Mm-hmm. And so this is how they're made. All my rods are made individually, one at a time, out of one piece of brass, and the handles are out of one piece of brass tubing. And they're all handmade. There's no machining done on them. And they're done in this field of love from my heart, along with the background sound of Snatam Kaur singing. And if you don't know who she is, I recommend you listen to her, because her voice is sort of a chorus of the universe. And that piece of paper that you see beneath that has syllable coding that is resonance alchemy from Catherine Parker. And so when the rods are made, I also embody the rods with resonant alchemy, with sound, with the energy that I bring through as an earth angel, and that's peace, light, and love. And then they are left to sit in this, I do them about five at a time, and then they're left to sit there for 24 hours. And so it's an amazing process that all of that energy is in those rods. Mm. And the message for me to make them was to make a rod that not only gave people an opportunity to learn dowsing and experience dowsing, but if they were open to receive the energies, they would be working with this collective consciousness of 22. Mm. And so I love you all, and thank you for allowing me to share that, Shelley. It's not something that I readily share with people. Right. Matter of fact, I had a person want my rods, or so I thought, and instead he wanted me to teach him how to make those. And I said, no, this is what I do. This is not a commercial product. This is a gift from my heart to the world. Mm. So, yeah.
You know, it's funny, Charlie, as I was just even looking at that image, I could feel that sense of calm and just an expanded perspective. I could feel it start to shift in just looking at that and feeling into that relationship of the Vesica Pisces. So, and I'm just feel enamored and humbled by the way and the consciousness, because we're talking about earth, dowsing and earth consciousness, right? So this is just that opportunity to be using tools and to deepen into your relationship with the spirit of the land, right? Because it is all energy, light, and vibration. And so, yeah, so this is a great introduction to some of these tools and why you would want to, go find Charlie at Co-Creative Dowsing on Etsy, right? You're on those tools.
Yeah, it's Peace, Light, Love, Energy at Etsy, or you can contact me personally. But yeah, it's, again, this is part of the process, and in the journey we meet others who are creating amazing gifts. The Tensor rings are, also created by Twisted Sage Studios, and all of us who are working in this field are really feeling called to bring forth tools that empower people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about us. It's about presenting the tools that other people can bring out the higher benefits of who they are, their individual gifts, and work them. So they're not, I don't look at them as magic wands. I just look at them as energy tools.
Right, energy tools. So, I just want to speak to one more thing before we move on and into our evening here, is that, there is an understanding that, or exploration where maybe we don't need tools, and that understanding energy, light, and vibration, we can work with these earth energies such as geopathic stress and work with the elementals and things like that. So what I want to say to that is, for myself, I find that it really supports people who are really bridging that gap, who have no idea about dowsing and can really love working with the tools. And it gives them a sense of confidence, playfulness, and it gives us something tangible to work with, visible. And I think, for a lot of us, it's really important to have those tools that people can buy, and to use them, and to see how they do affect our energy field, because this is what we're doing with the dowsing. We are interplaying and infusing our consciousness with earth consciousness. So with that, just want to invite people. You can go to Golden Light Dowsing and discover more on the web. You can join us at Golden Light Dowsing, Earth Medicine Alchemy as well. And for Love Lives Here, all these videos and beautiful earth blog posts are happening every day. And you can go and get your daily digest. So just go to Good of the Whole, click on Love Lives Here, and you'll be able to access all the videos today and everything before that as well. So we love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Anything you want to say, Charlie?
I love you. I thank you. I respect you. I am you. You are me, and we are unity.
All right. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry I put the plug in there for